a strategy a bot couldn't even figure out. And I was trading it as a human. That day, though, I developed my RBI framework to ensure I only run profitable bots. My RBI framework is simple. Research strategies. R, then backtest those strategies. B, and see if they work in the past. If they work in the past, then implement them with small size, not 10K. Hey, I'm Moondev, and that day, I developed a passion for trading bots and showing my RBI secret I uncovered. You have to test your bots before you run them with $10,000. If you can constantly research new trading ideas, then constantly backtest those ideas to see if they work in the past, and then take those that worked in the past and implement them into a bot with small size. If you can do that, you can't help but become a profitable algo trader. I'm just an independent trader from my bedroom who figured out a better way to approach the market, and I believe code's a great equalizer. If you know how to code, you can build cash flow for generations, for the rest of your life. So the way I looked at automating my trading was I could learn all this, and worst case scenario, I know how to code and I could get a job for like 100K plus at a tech company. But best case scenario was I could have automated trading bots for the rest of my life. Now that's a solid risk reward if you ask me. Look, I know there's a lot of scammers out there. I want you to look me up, Google me, search Moondev. You can see everything I am saying is true. I have videos of every single bot I've ever built, all for free on YouTube, including that one that made me hundreds of thousands of dollars. But just because it worked for me does not mean it's going to work for you. The number one rule of automating trading is to never run someone else's bot. Just like I got wrecked for $10,000 on my first bot, how would you possibly know if you downloaded a bot off the internet what it does, or when somebody runs it, or when they are hedging? No one will ever give you a profitable trading bot. That's the number one way to spot a scam. So if you're on the internet, YouTube, whatever, and it says a plug and play, make 1 ETH a day or 20% a day, you know that's a scam. You're about to lose all your money. You see, I'm not the type of guy to hype something up. I just try to transparently build bots that I think will make me money. Seriously, if you're skeptical at all, I have over 1,200 hours of free YouTube tutorials, all on YouTube. You can literally go get to know me. I've even hosted interviews with the top quants in the world, like Christina Shi. She traded $7.1 billion per day. That's billion with a B. And Dr. Ernest Chan, one of the greatest algorithmic traders of all time after Jim Simons himself. Rest in peace. I've even had the pleasure of interviewing some unnamed Renaissance employees, and we talked about the strategies Jim Simons and his company Renaissance used to use. So I just rebuilt them. And I'm telling you this not to brag, but I'm telling you this because I want you to take it seriously, because it could change your life like it's changed mine. Think about it. Who's the best trader of all time? Yeah, Jim Simons, the founder of Renaissance. What did Jim Simons do to trade better than everybody else? Yeah, he built trading bots that traded fully automatically. Even today, who's making all the money on Wall Street? Yeah, the trading bot firms. Google it. 2 Sigma, Jane Street, AQR, D, Shaw, Renaissance. Jim Simons died with a net worth of $31 billion. All from automated trading, because Jim was smart enough to realize there's patterns in the market that robots could trade that humans could never. So he essentially executed his own RBI framework for years on end. He once said, in a business like this, you just have to keep making things better and better and better. Essentially always researching new strategies, then backtesting those strategies to see if they worked in the past, and then testing those in the live market. Jim simply executed his system of testing and deploying for years until he was hyper profitable. Look, Jim didn't just become a multi-billionaire. He changed bloodlines and created generational wealth for employees, investors, and of course himself. But not only that, he returned over $100 billion in profits, and he was able to give away $4 billion to charities. How cool is that? Imagine if you could just have a fraction of that impact. The sad truth is most people don't actually want to make money with trading, they just want to gamble. But if you're committed to automating your trading and building out a provable edge, then it's an absolute travesty for you not to embrace these principles, so your trading can finally be as good as you know it should be, without human intervention. Now, on this page, you'll see exactly what's covered in the 15-day Algo Trade Camp. If you think this stuff will help you automate your trading, then grab your spot now. And at the risk of sounding bold, and I genuinely mean this, I think my stuff is the best. not because of how much money I've made from my bots, but because there are plenty of people out there who have made a lot more money than I have. But more importantly, I don't think many people share any of this stuff. And I believe I explain everything in the most simple manner so you can actually automate your trading as a regular person. I don't care how rich the gurus are. They make trading way too complicated, and no one shows you how to automate it. My goal is to make automating your trading simple so you can do it. So my advice is to grab a general admission or a VIP seat to the Algo Trade Camp, and I highly recommend you grab a VIP ticket because they get lifetime access